over to Mariah, our PR team member, to kick off our training here.
All righty. Hi, everyone. I'm just pulling something up very quickly and then we will get started. I'm so sorry. All righty. Okay, so Happy New Year, California Rainbow. This year's public relations team is so excited to bring you our public relations PR kit. We are ecstatic again to be showing you what we have in store for this upcoming year. And also brought to you by your California Rainbow PR team. So to start off, hi, my name is Mariah. I'm from Woodland Assembly number 2, and I'm a member of the PR team. We also have Miss Jody Anders and Miss Colleen Penaluma presenting. So California PR's mission is to promote and build our brand as an organization of leadership, service, and sisterhood. Our vision is for Rainbow to be recognized as an organization which promotes leadership, service, and sisterhood. So basically, we just do a lot of marketing and we post on social media, make flyers for our Instagram page, and kind of like the membership team, we just want to get the word of California Rainbow out. So this is what we'll be covering. We will also be going over the following questions. Who made it? What is it? Why did we make it? And where can I find it? And finally, how can I use it? So let's kick things off with the first question. Who? So it's not just me, Miss Anders, or Miss Penaluma. It's everyone that was involved with our PR team. So it's all of just everyone involved on our team put tons of work into this, making the posters that are involved in this and everything. So it wasn't just the 3 of us, it was all of our team. So what is our PR kit? Well, the PR kit is a set of materials used to help introduce a product to other people. To put it simply, this kit is a source for tons of marketing materials for our local assemblies. Why is it made? Our team wants to empower every assembly to confidently share their name in their community. To achieve this, we've created tools and trainings that include up-to-date resources, easy-to-use templates, tips and tricks too. Creating these materials and templates in a Google Drive was the easiest way to share all of these tools while also ensuring that everything is current and customizable. Where can I find it? This kit can be accessed in a couple ways. First, in a PDF. We recommend using and saving this copy, which was sent out via email to mother advisors and deputies. Google Drive, you can access the Google Doc at the link dropped in the chat, or by going to the Assembly PR Kit Drive and selecting the first document. Nice. How can I use it? Now, for the fun part, let's go through the kit together.
All right, this is the fun part. Thank you so much, Mariah, for that awesome introduction. I'm going to pull out of the slides if Google will let me. Perfect. And we're actually going to go through this packet together. Like Mariah mentioned, it should be going out via email soon, but it was also in the latest communication connection. So you can access the PDF copy there. And then just in the chat right now, I dropped the link to the Google document. So you're also welcome to pull that up on your end and take a look at it in your browser. So our goal with this kit, like Mariah mentioned, is really to make something that was easy for you to use, that has all of our rainbow branding involved, but is also customizable to your own assembly. So you can put your assembly name in there, your contact information, anything that you think would be relevant for your marketing materials, so that you all feel really comfortable and confident with the posters and flyers and materials that you're putting out there. So in this Google document, you'll see that there are lots of links, and each of these links bring you to a specific tool that we've created. And there's also a calendar that has specific dates where we really recommend that you might want to try using some of these tools. This is not comprehensive. Our team has created a lot of content, and we will show you how you can access all of it. But the goal of this kit was really to be something easy, and with just specific parts of our tools to really introduce them to you. So if you actually click on the title, it is a link which will take you to a Google Drive, and all the documents we're talking about tonight, including that calendar, is included in this Google Drive. So all of you have access to this as a viewer, and you can open up the documents that we're talking about. So if you start scrolling down, again, you'll see this calendar of dates and tools we've sort of associated with some of these dates coming up in the next term. Our goal is to release a kit like this every term, so twice a year. And every time we release it, there'll be new updated content. It'll be current, and again, still customizable for your area or your assembly. So for example, let's say at the last OV, maybe your assembly received an award, or one of your members was appointed to a page or a marshal for Grand Assembly. You might want to make an announcement about that, right?
I found the meeting.
And if you want to make an announcement about that, we really recommend sending it to your trestle board or any other kind of community newsletter that a chapter or a lodge might be putting out in your local area. You can also use local sort of news bulletins like patch.com. You can really just post any article you want there. In addition, you can try and submit it to a local paper and get it published in the paper, though we know some local papers have moved mostly online, or it can be a bit more difficult to reach out to them. So that's why we really recommend patch.com, and of course, always using your local like lodge, chapter newsletters. So if in this document you click on this sample article, it'll pull you up to a page of instructions that pretty much goes over everything I'm about to talk about. But if you scroll down, you'll see that there is a sample article here that you can customize to your assembly or for whatever event. So this one's kind of geared towards announcing an installation and inviting your local chapters to come to that installation. But you can certainly change that to talk about the last OV or any updates that your assembly has. One thing that's important to note is you want to make sure if you're including contact information that you verified with the person that it's okay to be sharing their phone and email. And it is also useful to include a picture. Sometimes that makes it a bit more exciting and a bit more relevant when you're submitting these to be published. So the link that you'll have access to is read-only, so you won't be able to edit this directly when you open it. But like the instructions say, if you like to use Google Docs, you can make your own copy by going to File and selecting Make a Copy from the drop-down menu. Or if you prefer using Word or a different program, you can download it as a Word document, a PDF, whatever you prefer. Just know sometimes when you download a Google document into a different software, the formatting can change. So you may have to adjust line spacing or fonts or something like that, which is totally fine. So that's just an example of one of the, oh, apparently my dog has a
I love it when dogs take over. That's always good. Puppies.
so sorry about that. My dog was very concerned about the Amazon driver who just dropped by. So,
Oh, well, there you
know.
That's why he's called a guard dog.
Yeah, you know, he's very small, so I don't know what guarding he'll do, but he's great at alerting. Clearly very, very excited about these PR kits. All right, so that was just one example of like an article that we've included, but there are more throughout this kit. For example, if at Grand Assembly, your assembly receives a Grand Officer appointment, we have an article for that. We also have articles for the Grand Service Project announcement at the first OV and the Grand Service Project total that'll be announced at Grand Assembly. All those are included here. We as a PR team will do our best to update those as soon as we know what those totals are, what the new Grand Service Project is. So you may need to look out for those updates, but certainly if you get to it before we do, feel free to change that article when you see it. One thing to note, though, if you really are trying to get an article published in a newspaper or any kind of like professional like magazine, anything like that, you want to do it as soon as possible after that event. So if you're at the Grand Assembly and they announce our Grand Service Project total, you really want to make sure you're submitting that article within a day or two of Grand Assembly for it to be timely and considered newsworthy. If you wait too long, it'll just kind of be past the time when news sources would be kind of interested in it. So a few more items that we have in here. We have a lot of Canva items that are ready for download and ready for printing, which Ms. Anders will be going over in more detail in just a minute. But I did want to scroll down and just let you know that we have resources like a checklist here for how you can go about advertising an event for your assembly. So we all know all of you girls are creating these amazing fundraisers, amazing fun events and membership events. And we want to make sure that we have as many tools for you to spread the word about those events as possible. So this is just one quick checklist that you can use to kind of remind yourself. Sorry, I need to get a drink of water. Just to remind yourself if you've done all these things, if you've accessed our kit, if you've looked at our brand guide and made sure that you're using the right logo, that you're sending it to all your lodges and chapters and Bethels. And this is just, again, a really helpful resource that you can use and access through the kit. There are a lot of other resources that the team has created. And if you click on the And More button, it'll bring you to a drive that has more updated resources. This can be really overwhelming because there's so much content, but it's really similar to what you can find under the PR tab on our website. A lot of these folders are mirrored after what you'd find on the website, but these resources have been updated and they're a bit more current. And again, they'll have links where it will take you to a Canva document or a Google document that you can customize and put in your local assembly name, your local girls' names, anything like that. So you're welcome to come and explore this section of it. But really the goal of this kit was to just give you a few specific dates and a few specific tools that you can use instead of just overwhelming you with a bunch of content. And with that, that's sort of the easier Google side of things. However, there is a lot of Canva items in here with a lot of information on how you can customize them and order them. So I think I'll turn it over to Jody if Miss Anders is ready.
I'm ready. So let me
I'm going to stop sharing and then you can share.
go ahead here and find my, good, I got it. Okay, hopefully that's up. Okay, so I'm going to start from the packet so that everybody can see where we're going and what we're doing. And I will randomly pick one here. How about we go to the promo poster? So when you click on one of these, it'll load up and it should say use template here at the bottom. And all you have to do, click use template. And here we have our new little promo posters that we have. So some of these templates are designed where we have a couple different options, and some of them there's maybe one option. So make sure you kind of scroll down and see. So for instance, this one has two, and you can pick which one it works for what you're doing. At the very top of this first page is going to be customizing instructions. So if you scroll in here, it'll tell you exactly what to do. Pick your poster, and then there's going to be some elements that you can customize. Click on your assembly name and enter your assembly name. If you need to adjust, if you have a long assembly name or a short assembly name and you need to adjust the size, that's okay. Go ahead. Just try to make sure it fills the space evenly. And then there's a spot for that place, and that's where you can put your city. So I'll show you that right now, and then we'll come back to the order instructions. So for instance, I put Sunshine Assembly in most of these. I love the name Sunshine. So, and if we want, let's see, I'm going to think of another assembly really quick.
Do a long one. Do San Buenaventura.
Oh, how about Heart of the Valley? That might be a little easier. Maybe we spell it right, right? So this doesn't quite fit. And I can either just put the title down a little bit here. You want to get this one down a little bit. I'm not going to be super picky right now for the sake of time. But essentially you just kind of want to play with it a little bit so it looks about the same as the original. And then you want to change here to, oops, did I miss Fresno? It is Fresno, right? Yeah. And then you're ready to go. You're not, I would move this a little bit, but you get the idea. And then the rest of the elements in here, oh, sorry about that. You actually do have the email here, so you would change the email to whatever you want it to be. And then the rest of the stuff here is set. And then what you would do is come back up to your
Mrs.
ordering
Andrews?
instructions.
Mrs. Andrews, I have a question.
Oh,
Miss
yes.
Andrews, excuse me. The QR code on the bottom of
Yes.
that takes us to the website?
Yes. It takes you to gocaliforniarainbow.org. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
No problem. And I think that QR code's on a lot of different materials. We have both at the bottom here, our socials, the website, and the QR code. So the ordering instructions, once you're ready to go, what you're going to do is you're going to go up to the share button. Sorry, not the print button, and print posters. And basically you're going to pick the page that you want to print. So we picked that second poster there. We only want to print that second poster. And essentially you're going to go through and fill out the items that you want, how many posters you want, what size you can do, up to large, etc. And this is going to be similar on almost all the items. And I've listed in most of the ordering instructions the different options, but they're fairly plug and play on what you can do. There's one thing I really want to bring your attention to. You're going to have this move elements out of danger thing. Pretty much ignore that. The only thing you might want to just double check is your own elements that you've changed, that they're a little bit out of the spacing. But these elements that are on the edge, that's what they're crying about, and they're fine. They're meant to be that way, but Canva doesn't have the technology to sort of recognize when you're doing that sort of design. So it's okay that warning's there. Just ignore it, and then basically you'll check out and kind of follow those instructions. There is an alternative if you don't want to order through Canva. you can just go to share and download your own, there's different types of files for whatever works for your needs. And you could just print your own from your own computer. So like that would work if you were just printing one small flyer or something like that. The print option is just there because Canva is pretty decent on pricing, and they deliver pretty fast. And if you're ordering a stack of postcards or something like that, it's just a nice, easy way for you to go and do that.
Jody, question
Mhm.
on what do they print on? Is it a thicker poster board? Is it?
So different ones will have different options. So, for instance, I've also brought up the banner. So the reason I wanted to bring up the banner is just in case you find when you click on a template and you get this, there's a little pencil at the bottom you can click and make sure you use templates. But they should all be set to that one that I had. And you'll notice when you do the banner, for instance, my internet is being very slow. I apologize.
It's like me at Sunday night. I'm a little slow.
So this will show you like the material, and you can pick like what kind of material. And if it doesn't give you that, it's usually gonna just be paper. So I think on the posters we were just doing, it's just normal paper. But it might have been, I didn't click into the next option. There might have been options to do like heavy cardstock versus, different weights of paper and things like that. But you can definitely, when you're going in, it'll give you all the different options like that. And most of the templates that we are encouraging you to use, they're in this calendar. One of my favorite here is our Valentine's Day cards. And some of them, like the Valentine's Day cards, for instance, they do not require like any customization.
I'm on a rainbow Zoom.
So like you'll see here, it's just the ordering instructions, because the actual cards, if they load, coming up, they don't have your personal information or assembly stuff in there. But you're more than welcome, because these are templates that are just yours, to adjust them to add your assembly name if you like. We just ask that you keep with the brand, keep with the design, and try to make it the same sort of cohesive look. So.
And if you downloaded, Miss Anders, if you downloaded them instead of ordering them, you could send them out electronically, right? In a PDF or a JPEG or something, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
These
have
are so cute. Those are super cute.
Yeah, I love the posts. The postcards are super fun. And then of course at the bottom here, as she was saying, if you go to the and more, there's the drive here. We're still working to kind of organize things, because there's a whole ton of new resources. But if you do want to kind of play around, or if you have a specific need, you can either kind of look through to find it, or you can ask us. So like we've made a whole bunch of like info booth materials. So if you're having a booth at a open house or something like that, or we have like a ton of postcards that are essentially, is this the postcards? Yes. Almost any use that you can think of between thanking your local, Masonic lodge, or just a general advertising postcard, membership open house. We have one of my favorites is, one second. We've missed you for some, a member that
Oh,
hasn't
I
been
love
around.
that.
And my favorite here is like, welcome to your new assembly, with like a couple, little pre-made things here on how to kind of get started, or your dues are due. Kind of reminding maybe someone who hasn't been around for a while, not only that their dues are due, but maybe how they can get back involved. So there's a bunch of different options within this drive. You just might need to hunt a little bit before we really get it paired out. So are there any questions? I know that was real quick on how to kind of customize and order them, but hopefully it's pretty straightforward, and hopefully with the instructions at the top of everything, you should hopefully be able to follow it pretty easily.
I
One thing I
love
wanted
the
to chime
postcards. Love the
One
postcards.
thing I wanted to chime in on as well. I just love these postcards so much. They're so distracting. We also do have access to all of the California Rainbow logos. I know you've probably seen it on a lot of these materials. There is a folder that you can access through the kit to get to those logos. And we really, really, really want to impress upon you to please use the California Rainbow logo. We really want everybody in California to be using the same logo. It just goes with our branding. It makes it more recognizable. So you can download those from the drive. And again, that is the logo we want you using. And I know this kit currently is really heavy on like the rainbow assembly content, but we do want to expand it hopefully in our next run to include a lot more about pledge. And we do have pledge logos as well. So if you ever have questions about any of those or how to get them, again, you can just email the PR team. Our contact information will be up in just a second, and you're welcome to reach out and we can send those to you. So please don't think we forgot about pledge. We do have a lot of content upcoming for those girls as well.
And we actually have brand new pledge logos that will make sure that are in there. We literally just 2 days ago got them all done. They're
super
in
cute.
the brand guide, if it loads. So we are working with the pledge. Here they are. So these are our brand new pledge logos. They're just a little bit different, but we kind of made them cohesive with our California Rainbow logo.
I love them. They look so good.
And then I know that there's a new trifold coming out for pledge very soon. So. All right. I think, did we miss anything? Does anybody have any questions about any of the materials?
So I will just share this. I thought I had forwarded your email. I've been forwarding so many emails. It's sitting in my drafts folder. So I will send it out as soon as we're done. And that's the email that both Colleen and Jody were referencing that has the information on it. So, and I had gotten your updated link, Jody, so it's ready to go. So I will send it out as soon as we're done. But I want to just extend a huge thank you to the PR team, adults, and the members. This is a large lift, and I know it's been a project that they have really concentrated on this year. But for those of you who've taken the time to be here today, you can see that it will provide you with so many tools and resources to connect with your members. So I am just super excited about what I see. I'm obsessed. I am very obsessed with the postcards. I'm like super obsessed with the postcards. So just thank you very, very much. And I know not all your team members are on tonight, so please make sure you extend to them my appreciation. And for those of you who made the time to be here tonight, you are the leaders of the pack. So get out there and get to using those tools because it's going to make a huge, huge difference. So thank you both.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for us while we're on here?
You explained
Cool.
it really well. So
I was gonna say, I guess we did good. All right, I am gonna drop the email for the PR team is in the chat. If you have any questions for us, we are always here to answer those questions. And if you happen to know a member of the PR team, you can also always ask them. There are our liaisons at the assembly level, so feel free to reach out to them. We're really excited about this kit, so we really hope that you'll bring it back to your areas and encourage them to use it. And give us feedback on what we can improve, because like we said, we're going to try and be updating this twice a year. So if we can add anything, if anything isn't helpful, if links aren't working, just let us know, because it's a work in progress and we really appreciate that feedback.
Yeah.
We're also welcome to any suggestions on resources that you might need. Please let us know.
I'll send you my list of needed postcards. I'm just joking. So woo-hoo.
I've already printed out the welcome new sisters postcards for our initiation later this month. So
Oh,
Wonderful,
yay.
wonderful. Well, and I love the dues reminder card and the reconnect. I mean, those are just some great resources and they're updated. And I know anytime I mail somebody, they get excited because people just don't get mail anymore, right? Actual mail. So
Awesome. Thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. And please spread the word.
absolutely. I'll go hit the send on the email. That'll make a big difference too.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you being on here. I see some people who already are saying that they think it's great, so we appreciate that feedback for sure. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Other than that, that is all we have for you this evening. So anything else for us, just let us know.
Thank you.
thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yay.